Season 5 of Modern Warfare and Warzone kicks off late tonight into tomorrow morning for many in the world, but dang does it look spicy, offering up some of the largest offerings for a seasonal launch we've seen yet, and also some big question marks for Season 5's mid-season and in-season updates that should keep you focused and curious as to what's to come. Today, before we break into everything later tonight with Season 5's launch and the floodgates opening, I want to go over what was previewed here with today's Season 5 blog post and what we can make out of things like the roadmap alike. So that said, as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. What are you looking forward to the most? Maybe it's the new weapons, the new Warzone changes, the 4 new maps coming on launch, the mysterious mid-season event. Whatever it is, feel free to let me know. As well, if you are new to the channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare and Warzone on a daily basis. Especially with tomorrow's update and the following weeks, we'll have a ton of content you won't want to miss, so stick it right here. But anyways, first thing, let's talk about the update itself. Update 1.24 will be rolling out globally around 11 p.m. Pacific time, so that's 2 a.m. Eastern and 7 a.m. BST. As listed by the blog post, the officially stated download sizes are listed as 33.9 gigabytes on PlayStation, 49.8 gigabytes on Xbox One, and 54.2 gigabytes on PC for premium users, that being the people who bought the full game of Modern Warfare, and 47.4 gigabytes for Warzone only PC users. By now, some of you may have noticed that PlayStation 4 users have the ability to preload this, whereas to my knowledge, the other platforms still don't. So if you're on PlayStation 4, make sure you do so if you have the opportunity, because we all know that copying on PS4 is abysmally slow. So get that going so you can jump right into the action once it all launches. But let's talk about the juicy stuff, the update itself, the season at hand, and let's start with that roadmap. You may notice that immediately this thing is pretty top heavy. We'll talk about the in-season possibilities in a little bit, but there's quite a bit coming with the seasonal launch tonight and throughout the first week here of Season 5. Listed as launch week, so I'm assuming that some things like maybe say game modes will come on Friday with the weekend update that we normally see. But in the roadmap, we see at launch 4 new maps coming right out of the gate. 1 ground war map of Verdansk International Airport, 1 gunfight map of Livestock, and 2 6v6 maps of Petrov Oil Rig and Sudal Harbor. To my knowledge, that's actually the most we've had at a single launch for a season within Modern Warfare this year, so I'm here for it. We also have the confirmed new operator of Lurch coming in the Battle Pass, as others have. We have the new weapons of the AN-94 and the ISO SMG, not specifically named the APC-9, but instead renamed as the Fennec was. Additionally, we also see a new mode coming of Search and Destroy Double Down, which there's really no word on what that will be, but it does sound interesting for sure. On the Warzone side of things, we end up seeing a ton of stuff. Stadium and Train firstly opening up, offering new areas of play. The Train is coming, offering roaming protection and loot spawns. There's also exterior ascenders that will be added into numerous locations around the Warzone map, and that's again one that I'm incredibly excited to see, even though to the mass populace it may not be that big of a deal, but I'm all for it. We'll end up also seeing additional updates in a few number of things. Firstly, mastery challenges for Warzone, which you can count me in for that one because I'm all for more stuff to do within Warzone. It kind of looks like it's the same sort of situation as the calling cards and emblems for weaponry, so it may not be the grandest of things you were hoping for, like maybe a mastery camo or a career veteran blueprint or something like that, but instead, new challenges to fit the same sort of rewards that we've already seen. Either way though, it's cool that Warzone will be getting some new stuff to grind out here with that one. Additionally, we'll see new modes and features, which firstly, let's talk about Mini Royale. It's later described in the blog post as a smaller variation of the game mode in which it's the first and fifth waves of the traditional Warzone experience, so not entirely sure how that one will play out, but I'm all for faster paced Warzone action. Secondly though, one thing that I'm not particularly looking forward to is the list of Juggernaut drops. Now, with Focus Fire in Juggernaut Royale, it was relatively easy to take out a Jug, so long as you weren't in the middle of an open field and had some sort of cover, and again, we're focusing fire, but I'll be honest, I'm really not interested with this. I don't think that it really has a place within standard Warzone. I hope I'm wrong, or I hope it's super limited like a fire sale or a jailbreak mechanic, but this one I'm a little iffy on. As for the in-season stuff, probably coming around the mid-season update in about a month or so here at this, we have listed new multiplayer modes of Bare Bones and Ground War Reinforce. We end up seeing a new operator of Velikan, and what's curiously listed as a mid-season event. Now, this could be one of two things. One, it could be something that happens within Warzone, that nuclear event, the Easter egg finally happening. It finally comes to that boiling point and it all just happens right in game. but it also could be something that may not be what we're expecting. If we take a look at about a month from now, that's when COD Champs is currently set. And we also saw some promotional imagery that showcased things like inside stadium banners for COD Champs. So that could be something that maybe it's an event that allows players to watch COD Champs within the stadium or something like that. Maybe a specialized game mode where there's no kills, that's just you can explore and then maybe watch it if you want. But it might not be what we're necessarily thinking, though it could be. I'm really excited to see what happens here with this, but that's a huge question mark for sure. We also will end up seeing more Warzone updates in the way of new modes like Kingslayer, which I'm really curious what this turns out to be. If I'm imagining correctly, I think that it's probably going to be something that maybe randomly designates a player as sort of that extra most wanted player, where there's a huge reward for those that can end up taking you down. Maybe that's the case, maybe not. We end up seeing there's going to be multiple new weapons coming in season, in which the dual Kodachis are finally confirmed as new weapons, those being what we saw within the Mara Kawaii Cat bundle, and also kind of looks to now seem, assuming this isn't an error like we saw with one of the previous season's roadmaps where it was changed subsequently after the launch to showcase what was actually accurate, assuming this doesn't come with the launch of the game, looks like that Mara Kawaii Cat bundle also will not be coming until a little later on because it has those dual Kodachis with it. There also looks to be another classified weapon, which the classified text is right over any distinguishing factors of that weapon, but it doesn't look like the R700. Kind of looks like an LMG to me. Maybe I could be wrong, but that's something to look forward to as well. And then listed and more, which is stuff that we just, of course, don't know. There's no details here with this. So the roadmap looks to offer a ton of stuff. And of course, with the launch tonight into tomorrow, there's going to be some really cool things happening. I'm excited for it. They detailed a little bit about the Battle Pass as well here within this blog post, giving us a small little sliver of a preview of the full 100 tiers that we'll end up seeing, in which, of course, we know of the ISO SMG coming along at tier 15, and then the AN-94 assault rifle at tier 31. They also mentioned, of course, some of the other stuff that comes along throughout all of that, not just the weaponry, in which at the very beginning, you'll get things like Lurch, the new Shadow Company operator, War Tracks, which is a brand new feature that will allow you to listen to music in your vehicles as you traverse ground war maps and Verdansk in Warzone. You end up getting a couple of new operator skins, an XP boost, and some other stuff along with that initial purchase if you end up activating the premium Battle Pass. They also gave a little bit more Battle Pass highlights, in which you can expect new vehicle skins for the ATV, cargo truck, SUV, and alike. Lurch will end up having a uniform that evolves as you go along through the season and complete challenges more than likely. That hotly anticipated Raven finishing move called Nevermore is actually in the Battle Pass, so that's nice. You won't have to pay anything for that outside of just the main entry for the Battle Pass in Season 5, and then ranking that up as you go along. There's a new melee weapon blueprint, 3 handgun blueprints, 2 shotgun blueprints, 3 SMG blueprints, 2 assault rifle blueprints, 3 LMGs, and a new sniper rifle as well in that Battle Pass collection. Once you hit tier 100, you'll end up getting a couple of things: the Rook skin for Rose, the Veil vehicle skin, and then also the Company's Might, a negative tracer round assault rifle Lima blueprint, which sounds incredibly interesting. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Along with the Battle Pass, though, of course, you end up getting those COD points that go along, and you can end up using those for whatever you need also. But that's the Battle Pass they previewed here with this. Honestly, I'm a little bit hurt and baited on the one part of the blog post as well, because the subcategory title was Weapons Inspection, a first look at Season 5's free new armaments. And I'm just sitting here like, wait a second, did they just confirm Weapon Inspect like it's nothing 70% of the way through the blog post? But then I had to read it back and I realized that was just talking about the AN-94 and the ISO SMG. So unfortunately, that's kind of a bummer here with that one, that we don't see any information still on the weapon inspects, though they are actually in the game files. So we'll see how all that works out. The rest of the blog post is stuff that may be smaller scale for you, some stuff detailing a little bit more of the finer points of the coming maps, some weapon rotation coming to Warzone as well. But anyways, that's kind of the meat and potatoes here of this, the big preview that we ended up getting. Of course, tomorrow's update is going to have a ton more to talk about and a lot more specifics, so stick it right here on the channel. We'll probably be putting up a video talking about the Battle Pass, showcasing everything in that. Then we'll probably be putting up a video, of course, talking about every single change you can see here on the front end side of things, and of course, what may be changing on the back end as well. So we'll keep it covered with everything you need to know about the launch of Season 5 and what's to come. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. I would love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. Again, what are you looking forward to? You're looking forward to the new maps, the new weapons, maybe that Warzone event coming in mid-season? We'll have to wait and see what that turns out to be. I'm really curious about that one. But anyways, that's where we're going to wrap it up. Love to get your thoughts. Drop them down there. Hopefully enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you get subscribed so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare, updates, news, information, tips, tricks, all that good stuff, especially right here on the precipice of Season 5. We're jumping right into it, so I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are as well. Stick around for all that we got. If you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.